I'd say the biggest thing that drives me as a coach is having the opportunity to teach kids. I am a full-time teacher, and education is one of my major priorities. So being a coach is just really an extension to the athletic fields. Having the opportunity to come out here, teach these kids a little bit about the game of baseball, but not only that, you got a group of young men who are looking to develop into great members of society. So not only teaching them baseball, but teaching them the life skills that are necessary to survive in the 2000 era. Honestly, the hardest thing about being on a team coached by me is probably getting voted as a captain. I depend on the captains for basically everything. Being a part-time guy and not being on campus makes coaching at Becker a little bit of a challenge. So you need to rely on the guys to be able to take care of the things that happen throughout the day. So I lean on my captains not only for those types of things, but on the field stuff, but off the field stuff as well. I probably send out 10 to 15 emails a day. These guys will tell you that I'm a computer junkie. My students at school always wonder what I'm doing on the computer, and sure enough, I'm emailing the guys, making sure that things are going smoothly. Well, I'm emailing the captains, making sure things are going smoothly. But not only the captains, man. I mean, I basically want to have a team that kind of run itself. I like to walk down the steps, and I like to see the team, kind of taking charge, getting into their stretch, getting into their routine, understanding what I expect and when I expect it to happen. And that doesn't rely on 2 or 3 guys. That relies on all 25 guys that we have on the roster. So, a lot of what I teach to them is kind of by example, and I hope that they can kind of take it from there and be able to run the team themselves without me having to open up my mouth. That's the easiest way to run it. Really, everybody. I kind of need everybody. We have a short roster. We're not very deep at any position. We've had guys already this preseason step up. A guy like C.J. Flanders came into the season not really knowing what his position was going to be, and he put a lot of work into the off season. Came in great shape. Took what we taught him in the fall, and probably has put himself into given himself an opportunity to start down in Florida. A guy like CJ is really a good role model for everyone to follow. We have another first baseman, Tommy Natoli, who I think everybody notched in the 4-hole in the starting lineup, and right now we're moving Tommy around a little bit just because CJ has put pressure on. So I'm hoping that everyone can kind of notice that and recognize if you do your job and you do your job well, that you're going to give yourselves opportunities. We need our pitching staff in order to be successful. We need our entire pitching staff to step up. Coach Weigel and Coach Abrain have done a phenomenal job preparing them for 40 games and 7 weeks where we almost play every day like a Major League Baseball team. And we need every single one of those arms to step up and throw strikes. So our pitching staff and then individually putting pressure on each other to make each other better is what I look forward to most. Our off season this year consisted of the guys really trying to build an identity amongst themselves. This year they committed to doing a 60-day insanity workout. That they truly committed themselves to getting it done. It's a core strength and conditioning thing, where they were able to police themselves, led by the captains and some other leaders on the team. They met every day, really, at some location around campus, and they were able to rip it out. And I will say that we did not have to run them that much to get them prepared for our Florida trip because of those off-season things. All of us, every coach on the staff works at a local batting facility. I personally am at the strike zone in Worcester, and they've been generous enough to offer us cage time, at discounted rates, and extra innings has offered us, Wright and Auburn has offered us some time as well. So really just providing the guys with opportunities to get themselves ready to go is what I did, and I kind of led them there, and they sort of took it from there. So I'm really pleased with what they did in the off season. Honestly, one of my biggest goals is to develop Becker baseball into a baseball program. One thing that I preached to the guys when I got hired here is that I don't want baseball players. I want guys to be part of a program. where they each are going to pull for each other, almost like a small family. So that's one of my major goals. I mean, obviously, with the team that we have coming back, they had 25 wins last year, or 22 wins last year, I think, second place in the conference. So obviously, we want to compete for the NECC. And have the realization that we have the ability to compete for the NECC and actually win that tournament and make it to the NCAAs. The one biggest thing is that I want these guys to be both physically tough and mentally tough, and be able to hold themselves accountable on the field and off the field. And in the short time that I've been here, I really think that we've developed and instilled in these guys a sense of identity. They've developed a sense of purpose. I think they all feel great wearing their gear around campus, and they feel like they're a part of something. So I mean, we're going to just keep on staying the course with those specific things, and obviously make the adjustments as we go along, and hopefully win some games here and there, but create a program and create responsible young men around campus. We don't do like specific things. I mean, we don't do bowling or anything like that. But one thing that we've done a lot of over the course of this year was a lot of fundraising things. We have a golf tournament that was a huge success. We're actually doing a family barbecue down in Florida. Not on an off day, but after a game, where we're going to have a barbecue at the condo complex that we're staying in. I think we have 25 families coming down, or 25 individual parents and brothers and sisters coming down. So that's going to be a great opportunity for us to meet and greet. I mean, honestly, just kind of making myself known, being around the team, being around campus, going to games, games of other teams, urging them to go and support the other teams around campus. But overall, just let them know that they're a part of something, and that they have a coach and a coaching staff that is kind of in it for them. Even though that we're not around campus all day, every day, letting them know that we're here for them, and that we're all going to work towards our goals and hold each other accountable and have some fun along the way. I mean, President Johnson, I've never really sat down and had a great conversation with him. Kind of just in passing, we've said hi here and there, but what he has done to Becker in the little time that I've been here, just a couple months, in really putting Becker on the map academically, has held all of the staff members accountable. And being an educator myself, I kind of understand what he's trying to accomplish, in terms of making sure that excellence is number one priority, and just being responsible, teaching the kids to make the right decisions and good decisions, and and if they do mess up here and there along the way, they take blame for it, and they never do it again. Not only that, just having a sense of Becker pride is something that I think that we all instill as coaches. Number one thing, you think of the gear that we have and what we wear around. When I came in, we didn't have much. And it's important, I think, to let people know that you are a part of something, and that when you walk around Worcester, you see Anna Maria baseball, Assumption baseball, or Assumption or Holy Cross. You see all those different colleges with all their logos flying around Worcester. And I never saw anything that had to do with Becker, until I got here. Now I'm kind of trying to make myself aware of it. Just today at school, someone told me that they saw a bunch of people walk into Moe's wearing their Becker baseball gear. So really and they said that they were very responsible and respectful because they went up and said hi to them. So just really instilling those core values that are important not only for athletes, but to be a positive role model and a positive member of society. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't think coming in that the Becker baseball team had a great reputation among the members of the faculty or maybe the student body around campus. I think right now, if you were to ask me today, this team has come full circle in how they're portrayed on campus, maybe hopefully by the student body, but in particular the faculty. Several occasions, members of the faculty have come up to me and told me that the team members have been very polite and very courteous and respectful, and they've helped out. And you see them at all the athletic events. They work all the athletic events, from basketball to volleyball to hockey to football games. and just making sure that what they do, they understand that they're representing me, they're representing the school, and more importantly, they're representing themselves and their families. And I think that they're really starting to figure that out and to do it in a positive way. So I'm really excited to see that transformation from them.
Expression.
Take a look at them right now. They're all wearing mustaches. They're baseball players, man. I mean, baseball players have opportunities to creatively express themselves in 1,000,001 different ways, without divulging any in-house things that maybe we do. They do a little dance move at the end of their go Becker thing at the end of practice, and they've all taken Coach A-Brain, who's our associate head coach, came to practice one day with a mustache, and they're all going down south with mustaches. I'm pretty sure that they'll probably shave them and have some ridiculous tan lines when they come back up north, but it'll be kind of funny to look at too. I think we kind of touched upon this in some of the previous questions. I mean, honestly, like I said earlier, that this team has come full circle. They're always thinking about what they can do off campus, off the baseball fields to better themselves as people. We're doing a charity game for brain cancer later on, sometime in April, in the Mitchell series, I believe. We've done a youth camp this year where we had 30 kids, I think, from the Worcester area come and participate in a camp. Really these guys are starting to understand what it takes, not only to be a student, but to be a student athlete and carry that burden of being a role model. And there's definitely bumps in the road, but I think that they understand my expectations, and they understand the coaching staff's expectations and the school's expectations of where they need to be as athletes. So I think just overall, they're really starting to develop into becoming positive young men, and it's really exciting to watch.